MrBeast spent $3 million buying private islands, $1 million on just tanks, and hundreds of thousands on supercars for illegal street races.
Car chases suspect confirmed to be MrBeast.
MrBeast spends millions of dollars every single day, from buying an entire neighborhood to literally losing $1 million in the game of rock, paper, scissors. These are the most stupidly expensive things MrBeast owns. And first up, MrBeast spent a few $1 million on some real military tanks.
These 5 tanks are literally about to rain missiles upon this $500,000.
Because in one of his recent videos, Jimmy bought a 5 damn tanks to shoot some money, but Jimmy's obsession with tanks didn't start this year, because even 6 years ago, he was celebrating the 4th of July by Ubering random people in a tank police.
It's rated 5 stars. Yeah. We need money, our tanks, bro. You can tip us a lot.
Alright.
We expect a 5-star rating.
Thanks for the ride.
I don't even know if it's legal to buy 5 real military tanks, but in total they cost Jimmy over $1.5 million. MrBeast is probably the only YouTuber in the world who has his own tank collection.
I bought over 1 million Christmas lights. And not only did I buy all these Christmas lights, but I also bought these 3 houses.
There were over 1 million Christmas lights in that video, which cost him $250,000. But we haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet, or should I say gold stuff. Just like Trump, MrBeast has a gold addiction. I mean, just take a look at his thumbnails. But first it started with 4 cheap gold steaks.
The bill is 10 grand.
Then he bought a $76,000 gold pizza.
$76,000 for a pizza.
That's 2 of my cars.
Damn. That's a lot of dough. But he wasn't done there, because after that he bought a golden steak with golden ice cream for $150,000, making all that gold worth $396,000.
Worth more than my life.
And I guess eating all that gold is a lot of work. But things are only going to get crazier, because recently Jimmy built a real-life Minecraft village. MrBeast and his friends spent over 2 months building this thing, and it contains 6 life-sized houses, a couple of hay bales are around it, and a gigantic creeper right in the middle of the village. But the wildest part was that this creeper was filled with real dynamite, which could explode in any second. We're gonna
destroy an entire village with a massive creeper explosion. And just for reference, a human-sized version looks like this.
MrBeast and his team spent over $200,000 to build this Minecraft village, just for Jimmy to destroy it in one of his videos later. He built a humanized Steve from Minecraft, and then blew up the entire town.
This is gonna be a massive explosion. It's getting closer. Any second
I don't know when it's gonna happen. Oh, I'm scared.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
But MrBeast was running out of ideas on what to buy. So what did he do? He decided to buy everything. The first video, he just bought everything in one store.
Today we're gonna buy every item in this store. We ended up paying the full bill. It was like $70,000. We got it all covered.
Then a year later, he had to one-up that video, buying everything in 5 stores.
Starting with this one. Up next, we're gonna buy everything in GameStop. We're buying every car on this car lot. We're at the 4th store, yada yada. You already know what we're doing. We're buying everything. The 5th and final store, Food Lion.
He spent $538,000 buying out those 6 stores. But he's not just ready to take on stores. But the next stupidly expensive item MrBeast owns cost him millions of dollars, because Jimmy is probably the only YouTuber on earth who owns not 1 but 3 absolutely identical private jets, and the story behind them is absolutely insane. See, in summer of 2022, Jimmy purchased 3 private jets for exactly $7.5 million. But not like other millionaires, MrBeast did something crazy with each of them, because the first one he literally crashed for a video.
I just bought this private jet. And now it's crashed.
Jimmy and his friends crashed a $2.5 million jet just to make the video about it. This jet has also become one of the most expensive items MrBeast has ever destroyed, but that was only 1 out of 3 jets Jimmy owns, because the private jet number 2 MrBeast gave away to YouTubers.
The challenge has officially started. The rules are simple. You can't push someone. And yeah, that's it.
10 different YouTubers had their hands on this jet for over 12 hours. They even went inside and were flying above MrBeast's hometown for a few hours, while still holding their hands. The winner of this private jet turned out to be a YouTuber, Harry, also known as Rotisaw, and he literally gave this jet to his younger brother.
Let's go to him right now.
3, 2, 1.
Ah!
I swear to God.
Yes!
After winning the jet, things went not as everyone expected, and it even got Mr. Beast canceled on Twitter. First of all, Harry and his brother didn't need a jet at all, they sold it. The same day after Mr. Beast video, and after huge taxes in America and the UK, they only got $1.4 million out of $2.5 million private jet. That's basically half of the price they won. People on Twitter started calling Mr. Beast a scammer, and the anger of his fans was so big that Jimmy even had to make a response video.
So for the jet, we paid like 2.5 million for it. So if if you're the random person the YouTuber picks, then you can just sell it for probably like at least 2.1, and after taxes you have like 1.4 million. But like Twitter will be like, holy shit guys, here's how Mr. Beast just fucked this guy over, ruined their life by giving him a jet. It's like, no, you don't understand how money works.
Haters still call Mr. Beast a scammer, so let me know what you think in the comments. And the story of the third private jet is actually pretty short. After buying that jet, Jimmy was using it to travel across the world in countries like India, Japan, and even Antarctica. This jet is also the only one that Mr. Beast owns nowadays, and he's probably going to keep it to himself. But the reason why Mr. Beast bought it might actually leave you speechless, and it also explains why Jimmy hates taking photos with his
We went to Antarctica, and on the way we went to Chile. In the airport, I was wearing my hoodie, sunglasses, just staring at the floor. I was like, if I don't take any photos, I'll just go straight to the hotel room. No one will know I'm here. And somehow this one little kid recognized me, and he's like, photo. So I took it, and now there's like 200 people outside this hotel running up and down the hallways, like knocking on doors, trying to figure out which room's me and Carl. And
he almost died that day, and even had to hire his own security. So Mr. Beast fought a private jet just to avoid people trying to take a photo with him in the airport. That's kind of crazy. But he really came through drip in with his next purchase, cause he launched Team Seas to help clean up the ocean. For every dollar donated, a pound of trash is removed from the ocean. Mr. Beast donated $100,011 himself, and the fundraiser was able to raise over $30 million. And if you're wondering why he added those extra dollars, it was just to beat Mark Rober on the leaderboard. He also launched Team Trees, which planted a tree for every dollar donated, donating $200,001 himself and raising over $20 million. But he didn't just launch two of the biggest fundraisers in history. He also built 100 wells to create safe drinking water for people in Africa and cured 1,000 people's blindness. Since he doesn't use a lot of his personal money, the total cost for all those philanthropy videos is around $1.3 million. But if I had to bet on what his favorite thing to spend money on is, it would be Since Mr. Beast is the most subscribed YouTuber in the world, he has to own some insane vehicles, and I'm not talking about private jets or helicopters, because Mr. Beast owns a real-life Fortnite bus. When Jimmy's character was added to Fortnite, Mr. Beast and Matthew Beam built a real-life Fortnite bus that can actually drive. It is completely customized in the inside and outside, and there's only one life-sized Fortnite bus like this in the whole world. The coolest part is that Mr. Beast can actually play Fortnite inside of it.
Want to beat Elon Musk to space?
One stepping up their videos.
This is the best part.
Oh wait, it is
you
your
get?
okay.
It's your bus.
What do I do with it? Is this how people feel when I give them stuff? Monopoly money. I was gonna make a joke, but it would have sounded rude. I was gonna be like, why not real money? Not that.
Something else really cool.
Oh snap! Yeah, for my Fortnite skin.
Yeah. So your Fortnite skin, we have your money guns right here, and then here's your backpack too.
Oh, that's great.
The bus itself cost over $100,000, but with a customization like this, it probably costs way more. But his most expensive purchase so far has topped everything we've talked about, and it all went towards just one video. You might have guessed it, the Squid Game video. He bought everything he needed to recreate the viral TV show, and it cost him $4 million. And maybe Netflix should take some notes, cause that one video ended up getting more views than the entire series on Netflix. Gotta respect how quickly he was able to get this video out too. But Mr. Beast has spent even more millions on cars, but one of those cars literally landed him in jail. Cause in 2018, Mr. Beast had bought a BMW i8 for $100,000. And one day, he was driving down the highway and another car was baiting him into a little race. Wanting to push the limits of his new car, he accelerated quickly and started racing the other driver. They reached 122 miles per hour before a cop caught them on his radar and pulled them both over. So of course, Mr. Beast was arrested for reckless driving and speed competition. But he's always been a little reckless with cars. Like in 2018, he destroyed his friends' cars with meteors and random objects, then replaced them.
I'm sorry for what we're about to do to your car. Bring the meteor.
Why did they do it to my car?
You each get $10,000 to buy whatever car you want.
Oh!
Really?
But the cars were cheap and their replacements were cheap, so he only spent around $30,000 to replace 3 cars. Then in 2019, he stepped it up buying an entire car lot to give away to random people, setting him back 100 bands.
This car? It's $2 right now.
$2.
Okay, you drive a hard bike. It's now $1.
Stop. 50 cents. 50 cents.
50 cents as low as I can go. Finance said.
If you get this car, we give you $1,000.
We give you $11.50 in a car.
$1,500. Take it or leave it.
Do you feel like that's a fair deal?
That's an awesome deal.
Okay.
And we all know Mr. Beast, it just keeps getting crazier and crazier. So to add a unique aspect to the theme of cars, he attached a jet engine to a car, twice.
Oh, it's going way faster. It's in the side of the bus! Oh my god! Yeah! What the heck?
The first one cost him around $100K, and the second was around $150K, totaling $250,000 for the jet cars. Mr. Beast's car collection contains at least 10 different Lambos, a couple of Teslas, and literally almost 50 of other less expensive cars, so the entire garage cost Jimmy at least $5.6 million. There's one thing that might be even crazier than that, because just a year ago Mr. Beast bought a goddamn amusement park with a real roller coaster in it.
We bought the world's most dangerous roller coaster. And if you're wondering why it's dangerous, basically I put bombs on the ride.
And you won't believe this, but Jimmy bought this amusement park and a roller coaster just to destroy it. In one of his videos, he literally put hundreds of bombs inside of the roller coaster to create a ramp just to see how far the car will go after driving.
This thing's going fast. All right, now it's going to come down and go off the ramp. Wait for it. Here it goes. Go, go, go. Whoa!
That awesomeness has to be one of the wildest purchase in today's video, because buying an amusement park in America isn't cheap, and Jimmy had to pay over $2 million for it. But having the roller coaster is literally nothing compared to the real trains. In 2023, Jimmy purchased the heaviest thing he owns till this day, 2 gigantic trains with its very own railroad in the middle of nowhere. And of course, the first one Jimmy purchased just to destroy it in the giant pit.
Nolan! Send the train! The train's coming! Let's do this! Here it goes! Oh my god! Here it comes! That might have been the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
The story of the second one is not what you think, though, because just 2 months ago, Mr. Beast made a video protect the Lamborghini and keep it, and this guy right here was trying to protect the Lambo from another massive train.
Sitting on these train tracks is a $250,000 Lamborghini, and barreling down on it right now is a massive train. But before the impact, I'm giving this Lamborghini to Blake.
4 different challenges for Blake to protect the Lambo from getting thousands of bullets to literally surviving a goddamn flaming cars on top of it. But of course, the final challenge was surviving this giant Mr. Beast train. The average train weights over 450,000 pounds, and somehow this guy Blake managed to save his Lambo.
This is your new Lamborghini, Blake! Not only did he win the Lamborghini, but he also got all this money! Yes! Congrats! I did it!
And since this train has also survived, we'll probably see it in another video soon. I have no clue how much it cost Jimmy to build a brand new railroad every time, but each of those 2 massive trains cost Jimmy at least $500,000. Mr. Beast has an estimated $2.2 million in Bitcoin. One day, he almost lost it all.
Someone broke in and stole all my clothes. He also took my Bitcoin at the time too, but he's a f***ing idiot. So I had a laptop like this. Right here was just written my private key. I don't know what the f*** it just said Bitcoin private key.
Come on,
so
Jimmy.
he steals my laptop. Yeah. It's like, and I go in there, I can't find my laptop. I'm like, God damn it. And then I just run over to my desktop, which they didn't steal, but my laptop. I pull my private key up there and I'm like crying. I'm like, it's not gonna be there. There's like $2 million, which was every dollar to my name at that point. And I'm like crying as I'm loading it up and my heart is pounding. I'm like, please, it's there. It's all there. And I moved it real quick. And like that robber's a moron.
Luckily, he never lost any of it. But that's not the only cryptocurrency investment he has. He bought a whole crypto warehouse for $2 million just for mining cryptocurrency. Unfortunately, from what I've heard, the warehouse and power cost was not worth the crypto he was making, so he ended up losing money. MrBeast also has another warehouse, though, that is so expensive he's able to film any video he can dream of. This warehouse has a ton of offices and studio recording spaces. It's got multiple floors, is completely soundproof and covered in sprinklers. He said he could literally blow up a car inside and wouldn't have to worry about a thing. There are also 100 different cameras scattered around the warehouse to capture any and everything.
What is the actual cost of the buildings themselves?
The big studio over there was a little over $10 million. The old one actually was a church that we renovated. That was like probably 1.3 million.
So, okay, $11.3 million in buildings.
Yeah. I don't even want to know the total. You know what? I just make the best videos possible, and sometimes I have to spend money.
But the next stupidly expensive MrBeast purchase might actually make you crazy, because just a few months ago, MrBeast bought a real grocery store. If you think that's wild, you're going to be right, and the story behind it is just mind-blowing. First, people found out that this grocery store in the video was one of the Safeway supermarkets by the signs inside. Then later, that video, Jimmy said that he exclusively bought this store and he owns 100% of it right now. Not only he bought the franchise, the land, and the store itself, but Jimmy also had to buy every single item inside of this store, which is wild because of how big this store is. Then MrBeast put this guy Alex inside of this store, and he was trapped there for a 45-day straight.
I just bought this entire grocery store, which includes enough food to literally feed an entire city. And then I decided to trap this random guy inside. And every day you live here, I will give you $10,000 in a grocery cart. That's wild, dude.
But this grocery store cost MrBeast a whopping $3 million, which makes it one of the most expensive videos he has ever filmed.